Hey everyone, welcome to another 4-Minute Friday. As you know, last week I got through quite a few of the questions, but I've still got loads more to go through what you guys have sent in. So rather than waste any more time, let's get 4 minutes on the clock and let's crack on with some questions. When you fish in Ireland, what is your favourite ground bait mix? I've got to say my favourite. I'm not saying this won't change, and I'm not saying I haven't used other mixes in the past. My favourite is a 50-50 mix of Bait Take Pro Natural Dark and Pro Natural Bream. Do you ever have problems with pike in Ireland? Yes, of course you do. I mean, the natural venues, all natural venues, you tend to have some sort of pike trouble. It's just the nature of the beast. Last year in the World Pairs I didn't have any trouble with pike, I don't think anyway, but that's probably just a reflection of how well I drew. But it's just natural water fishing. Yes, pike go hand in hand with many natural venues. If you had a choice in winter, would you use live maggots or dead maggots? More often than not, I love going down the dead maggot route. The reason for that is because a lot of my fishing, as you all know, is feeder fishing, and quite often we're after carp or we're after bream and skimmers, and I've always caught more bream and carp on dead maggots. But what I've got to say is, quite often just tipping off a dead maggot with a live maggot, just that little bit of bait riddling can trigger bites sometimes, so I never rule the live maggot option out. Will you be attending any tackle shows in 2018? Yes, I will. I will be at the Northern Angling Show in Manchester, and I will also be at the Big One Show down in Farnborough. Do you always fish to a clip? More often than not, yes. If not, I start fishing to a clip. The only time I don't fish to a clip is sometimes on rivers. If you've got to feed a big bow out, if it's a fast flowing river, sometimes you need a bigger bow, so I don't usually do it then. And sometimes in winter, when you cast into different spots, you don't really want to be going down the same hole. But I've got to say, 95% of the time I'm fishing to a clip. Usually start to a clip. I may change that throughout the day, but I like to start to a clip just because you've got a great reference point of where you've started your match. Do you ever move the feeder? Yes, I do. It's something I was brought up to do. It's something we used to do all the time, just to try and trigger bites. A lot of the time, most of the time I don't, but there are occasions where moving the feeder can A, trigger you a bite, and B, it can just kind of, just pull fish on, as it were. So yeah, I never rule it out, never rule it out. What would you recommend as the best starting hook length? In a nutshell, 50 centimetres. I just think that's a nice starting point. Obviously you can increase it from that or reduce it, but I'll usually kick off with 50 centimetres. What is your favourite Sheffield nightclub? I've spent a lot of time in Sheffield nightclubs, in all of them, and yeah, nightclubs come and go, but my favourite Sheffield nightclub is just down to my love for house music, and that's Tank. If you had the option, would you fish a fixed feeder or a free running feeder? Most of the results I've had over the last 2 or 3 years have been with fixed rigs. I'll openly admit that. But over the last 6 months, I've now switched to free running rigs. I just think personally I read the bites better, and I think you've got a bit more variation in the way that you read your bites and set your tip with a free running rig. What's your favourite venue? Favourite venue, I've got two. They're not two favourite venues, but two for a reason. My favourite fishing venue to actually go along and fish matches there is Southfield Reservoir. My favourite venue is a complete venue as regards the headquarters and all the facilities and all that sort of stuff is Barston. Who do you look to for inspiration to keep chasing events? Wow, great question. I could probably do a video on this on its own, but you've just got to find what it is that drives you on. Everybody's different. For me, I have learnt recently that the biggest buzz I get is when you hear your name read out and you walk up to go and collect that trophy or that envelope. It's that walk. That's where I get my buzz. I get that more than what's actually in that envelope now. I really do, and you've got to find ways of just kind of appealing to yourself about what it is that drives you on. I've done loads of different things in the past. We all have ups, obviously, but we all have downs as well. Some of the comments you see on social media knock your duck off sometimes, really upset you, and if you feel you've done something or won something, not quite got recognised for it, because a lot of the time it's nice to be recognised, especially by some of the top lads, when they look at you and just say, you know what, you've done a great job. And you know, you all have downs. I've done all sorts of little things in the past just to keep my enthusiasm up, and at the end of the day you've got to look at what your goals are, you've got to work out your plan to get that goal. At the end of the day, you've just got to kind of figure out what your goals are. If you've got some sort of a direction in fishing, just pick out what that goal is, figure out the best way to get there, and just formulate a plan of getting there, what you need to do to make that happen. Might sound a little bit vague, that I know, but there are, you know, loads of little things that you can do if you're, you know, passionate and you're ambitious about your angling. So it's just knowing yourself really and what you want to achieve. Well, I've gone over the clock again, I knew I would, but I've still got loads more questions to go through for you. So that's it. Thanks for watching. That's been another 4-Minute Friday. Next Friday there'll be another 4 minutes of questions for you, so please keep those questions coming in. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Get subscribed up, there's a video every night this month. That's it. Have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.